Hello, I'm Kevin Berger, author of Atheism is Untenable. There's no shortage of channels of religious individuals engaging in apologetics to defend their positions, and there's no shortage of channels of atheists using counter-apologetics to argue against them. But what about atheist defense of their own positions? Who is holding them accountable? On this channel, I don't engage in apologetics. Instead, I apply the principles of polemics and skepticism to atheism and the claims made by atheists, of which, despite their insistence to the contrary, there are many. This is Justified Nonetheless. Hey there, tumbleweeds. Today I have the second ontological argument against nonbelief for you. Let's get right to it. The nonbelief is Incoherent Omnibus. Number 2. The argument from the Null hypothesis. Premise 1. The Null hypothesis presumes non-existence until there is sufficient evidence to substantiate existence. In scientific research, the Null hypothesis is the claim that the effect being studied does not exist. Premise 2. Beliefs are propositional attitudes that manifest in reality as corresponding neural activity. A number of philosophers have suggested that the content of one's beliefs depends entirely on things going on inside one's head, and not at all on the external world except via the effects of the latter on one's brain. Consequently, if a genius neuroscientist were to create a molecule-for-molecule duplicate of your brain and maintain it in a vat, stimulating it artificially so that it underwent exactly the same sequence of electrical and chemical events as your actual brain, that brain would have exactly the same beliefs as you. Premise 3. There is insufficient evidence to substantiate the existence of a difference in neural activity between not believing a claim and believing its negation. A distinction in the neural activity that corresponds to non-belief and the neural activity that corresponds to disbelief, or belief in the negation, has not been substantiated, nor has any independently verifiable means to distinguish between them been provided. This is a distinction without a difference fallacy. A distinction in concepts does not substantiate a difference in the phenomena to which the concepts refer. This is a reification fallacy. A distinction in a terminology does not substantiate a difference in the phenomena to which the terms refer. This is a semantic fallacy. There exists a concept of instantaneous travel from one location to another. We have a term for this concept, teleportation. Neither the concept nor the terminology makes teleportation real. Non-belief is no different. Conclusion. Therefore, the null hypothesis regarding non-belief is its non-existence. Just because we should not believe without justification, or do not want to believe without justification, does not mean that belief is not present. Until and unless sufficient empirical evidence has been presented to demonstrate the claimed distinction between non-belief and disbelief, the null hypothesis is that there isn't one. That's 2 arguments down, plenty more to go. Stay tuned. Until next time, tumble on, tumbleweeds, and remember, even if your beliefs aren't necessarily true, they may be justified nonetheless.